guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Subrena. If you are not new to this but you're true to this, welcome back to another video. So as y'all can already tell by the intro, by the title, we're here with another braiding video. So today I'm going to show you guys how I basically DIY my own boho goddess braids, specifically medium size, and I was going for medium size braids because I didn't want to be here braiding all day. The other one I did was more of like on the small size, so today we're doing medium, but I still wanted to be very full when it came to the curls. So I'm going to show you guys how I achieve a medium size knotless. That's also new. This is my first time ever doing knotless anything, especially on myself. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do it myself, DIY, medium size, knotless, bohemian / goddess braids with a lot of curls, a lot of body. Minimal braids, a lot of curls. That's what we're going for. So before we get into the tutorial, I definitely have to say a super huge thank you to YGWigs for sponsoring today's video. They did send me over 3 bundles of their bulk human hair extensions in 20 inches. And this is your texture deep curly, and it is double drawn, which means it's thicker than the average wefted, or not wefted, but the average bulk hair. In your box, you also do get a bag of goodies, and in this goodies, it has some duck bell clips, a wig cap. It even has like micro extension rings. It has a comb and also a crochet needle. So yeah, super huge thank you to YGWigs. I'm really excited about trying out this hair. As you can see, it's super curly, which I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is my hair. This is what I'm starting out with. My hair is freshly washed. I washed and straightened my hair yesterday, and then today I kind of threw in these messy curls to just kind of like run my errands. So I do have a chart. I'm gonna pop it up right here that I'm trying to follow, or I'm gonna follow it to the best of my abilities. It's kind of like a guide to help me with making sure I can actually get the sizing and the parting that I want. So feel free to use this chart to do whatever size you want to do on your hair, and then you can just, you know, do your thing. So as you can see back here, we have this 3-way mirror, which is godsend. You hear me? If you're doing your own hair, especially with styles that you're gonna need to see the back, like you need to be able to part, you need to be able to see, like it's not no free hand nothing. You gotta get it down pat. Get you a 3-way mirror, okay? Like this is a game changer. Before I go on, again, every single thing will be linked in the description box for you. Please check the description box for everything that I use, but I am going to pre-part. Nothing's gonna save your life and save you time like pre-parting. I've learned from all the braiders on Instagram, okay? Pre-part, pre-part, pre-part. So that's what we're about to go do now. So I don't have the chart in front of me, but I kind of remember what it was. So with medium, medium to large, or just medium, they will either do 3 or 2 rows from the ear down, and then basically 4 to 6. I think it's more 4 to 5 on each side. All right, y'all, so finished parting the back section. So I want to show y'all what that's looking like. So these are the sections I have. Oh, this one's about to come out. So I have 2 for the back, that's under the ears, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So as you can see, I have the 5 sections above the ear, and then I have 2 below the ears. And now we're gonna do the front. And the front gonna be a lot easier than the back. Granted, dash didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna take. So now what we're gonna do for the front is basically we're just gonna make the front line up to the back. Because I like the parting that goes basically in a curve, like 1 row from one side all the way around, instead of where you can see it's like basically a full back, and then you know what I'm talking about. I just like where the rows go all the way around. So now all we gotta do again, so we're gonna have 5 rows on each side to line up to the back. We got our matching rows for this side. So 5. So it's gonna be 5 all around, 2 on the bottom. Okay, y'all, so this is the rack that I'm using. There's 2 sides, this side and the other side. So one side I will have my braiding hair, the other side I'm gonna have the curly hair. Okay, that's better. I went and got my light. So this is the braiding hair. Again, I think it's 20 inches. It's not super long. First couple rows, as you can see, and you can see how it's really full with curly hair. This is just 2 rows. You can see how it's just like curls, curls, curls. So you're getting the idea of what it's looking like. This is what my parts look like so far. So I want to show you guys, I am literally pre-parting everything. So even when it comes down to the sections for my braids, that's pre-parted as well, sis. So yeah, so now that we're here, I'll take all these out, like so, like that. For my parts for my section, I literally come in and I pre-part them. So this is the size of the boxes I've been doing. And then I will do like a little, I mean, I try to do twists, but because my hair is like so straight, it doesn't stay in the twist. So I gotta like just braid like this, like really loose braids. But just basically so that you can we are all pre-parted. Hey guys, welcome back, or not welcome back. So y'all, it's like 2:something in the morning. It's the whole next day. It's Monday. I started my hair on Sunday. It's Monday. Had to work, came back, now we're about to finish it. So I saved the last 2 braids so I can show you guys how I do my braids, but I want to show y'all really quick what it's looking like. So this is the volume of it so far, and as you can see, it's a lot of curls, all curls, really tight curls at that. So just to give you a rundown of the curly pieces and how many I use to get this like super full look, even though I don't have a lot of braids on my head. For the first 4 rows, I used 4 curly pieces per braid, and then for all the rows after that, I used 5 to 6. The goal was always 6. Every now and then I would use 5, but up at the top I've definitely been using 6 pieces per braid because I want to basically fill it out. So I'll show you guys. So this is the last row. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the very edge of the braid is 6. I decided to use the Mael Organics. All in all, I used 3 packs of braiding hair and like a smidget. And when I say a smidget, like literally just enough hair to do the last 2 braids out of the 4th pack. So really I just have like 3 packs of the braiding hair I showed you guys at the beginning, and I already have my strands laid out for my last 2 braids because I know exactly how many pieces I use for each braid and then how many curly pieces I need. So I use, this is the second pack. I got 3 packs. This is what is going to be left of the second pack of the YGWigs deep curly hair that I got. So basically I used almost 2 bundles of hair. So just keep that in mind when you order, and you see how, especially with this texture, because it's so curly, so it doesn't take a lot. So let me show y'all the parting. And parting is a little jacked up, don't judge. But you know, so this is, y'all can see, so you guys can get like an idea of the size of my braids and stuff and how it's parting. So let's go ahead and get into this. So we only got these last 2 braids, y'all. Last 2 braids. So I do use the edge control to basically line my boxes and smooth that in, and that is what has helped me a lot. And I really like this one because it's not like super slippery and greasy like I feel like the other edge controls be, especially like Shine and Dram. Like this one like legit gets kind of like hard and tacky, but not like in a bad way, but it definitely helps you grip and make sure everything like stays where it needs to stay. Okay, you are going to start your braid. I want to make sure you y'all get a really good angle. You're going to, like, you know, section your hair off into 3 sections. That's how we're going to start out. Same way you would when you're braiding. And then you're going to start to braid, and this is the important part. You want to make sure you get a really good grip and make sure your base braid is pretty secure and tight. And I kind of do like 2 braids to, again, make sure my base is pretty good and tight. Then I'm going to go in with my first strand, and my first strand is usually thinner than the rest of my strands are going to be because I don't want it to be too bulky. So see, my hair is like that. Basically, I'm just going to connect this to the strand that's on the very outer corner and the strand that's in the middle. So this is what it's going to look like, and then I just continue braiding, and I make sure I pull the hair pretty tight so it just goes seamlessly. And because we're in the front, I add my curly pieces in pretty early because I want one pretty close to the top, and I'm going to add it in the same way I did the braiding hair. So I add 1 piece to the middle, 1 piece to the outer, and I start braiding, and I braid both of them in a couple times like that. And you can take the curly part out now, but because I'm still focused on getting like my braid itself together, I'm gonna add my second piece of braiding hair in before I take out that first curly piece. And this second piece is gonna be a little bit thinner, or like basically like the first section, because you don't want it to be too bulky starting out. So again, you add 1 section to the middle, 1 section to the out, and you just continue braiding. And then when that curly hair gets to either side, right now it's in the middle, okay, so let me braid 1 more time. All right, so now it's on one of the outer corners. So now I'm going to go ahead and take that curly piece out. I know it's secure, and I want to get that like out of the way over here. Okay, so we took that out, and I'm going to go ahead, add another piece of braiding hair. And as you can see, my braiding hair is like getting a little bit thicker, because we want to make sure we build up the braid, not too chunky, not too big. And remember, we're adding 6 pieces, so you want to just keep that in mind. And then I do braid down a little bit So I'm gonna go ahead, braid another curly piece, braid that a couple times. That's on the outside. I'm gonna go ahead and get that up out the way. And now I'm going to add my last strand of braiding hair. So again, connect it to the middle, connect it to the outer, and then just continue to braid. Now I have all my braiding hair in. So now we're just actually just focusing on putting all the curly hair in now. So I'm gonna add my third piece of curly hair. Again, I attach it to the middle, one on the end, and I braid. And I switch the sides that the curly hair comes out of, like every now and then, just so it has a really like nice flow and the curly hair just isn't like only on one on one side of the braid, if that makes sense. And this one trying to get all up in the way. At this point now I can gather all of the curly hair and like clip it up out of the way, and we're just gonna continue braiding. So I think I just added my fourth piece of curly hair. And then that's all you're gonna do. You just keep adding however many pieces of curly hair you want, depending on your look. But obviously if you clicked on this video, you want like a really curly look. So the more curly pieces you add, the curlier the look will be, the fuller the look will be, and obviously the texture of human hair that you use. So when it comes to the end, I have my 5 curly pieces throughout the braid. I want my ends to be curly, so I typically braid down until I have about like this much left, not a lot. And then this is where I would add my last pieces. So this is how you get the curly ends. So I go in, again, same method, I join it to the middle and the outer, and then I start to braid. And this one, I braid the curly hair in all the way till I get to basically the end of the braiding hair. So I don't take this one out of the braid, and this is just gonna make sure it's secure. For one, we're still gonna dip the hair so it doesn't unravel, but braiding it around the curly hair like this just give it that extra security so it doesn't slip out, especially since it's at the end. This is what it's looking like right now. Y'all, so this is what it looks like right after it's been dipped. I'm trying to see if I need to trim it. Probably have to trim like a little bit. Probably not really. It looks pretty even, honestly. Freshly dipped. And as you can see, the curls definitely, okay, now you can see like the true length of the curls, because they was looking real short before. But now, they're elongated. Oh my gosh. So pretty.
It's not that I don't want you here.
Okay guys, so you guys have seen the final look for these braids. When it comes time to refresh, like if my curls are looking real dull and flat, the only thing I'm going to be doing is using a spray bottle that will have a water and like leave-in conditioner or just regular conditioner mix. So just put a little bit of conditioner in a spray bottle, put some water, shake it up, and that's what I would actually use to spray the hair. So it's gonna wet it, it's gonna condition it, and it's going to make the curls pop without, again, like basically like flattening the hair, because I want it to be really full. I want the curls to really pop. But that is the only product you will ever catch me putting in this hair. I do not use mousse. I don't use mousse. I don't use mousse. I don't use mousse. The only thing I use to style it, if it's not just pure water, because sometimes I'll just wake up in the morning and I will literally just take some water in my hand and I'll just push the water on the curls like this, that alone revives the curls. I do not get tangles, and it's because first of all, you have to have really good quality hair. First of all, if you're using synthetic hair, you're gonna have a matted mess. You're constantly gonna have gnats and tangles. If it's human hair and it's good quality, you should not have that issue. So yeah, so that's really all I do to upkeep this style, because I know someone's going to ask, but that's really it. That's really it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If there was anything I did not cover in it, definitely ask below. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out, and I will see y'all in my next video.